birthright, their belly made them a promise. Their belly promised more than their birthright. There'll be some satisfaction if you just go upside her head. If you just plunge that knife. If you go out there, he did you wrong, go slash his tires. Go scratch it, go key his car up. Go pour some gasoline or pour some sugar down their tank. Crazy stuff. Giving away, the belly makes a promise. Well, you say, Kevin, I got my temper under control. That ain't really me. You know, I ain't never really went upside nobody's head. I don't feel like going upside nobody's head. You know, I don't cuss nobody out. You know, when I'm going through the tolls. You know, and you know, they ain't got no change up there, and they sitting up making me late for work. I ain't cussing them out. But maybe you eat out of this cup. You can't go, you're a shopaholic, spendaholic. You spend more money than you had. You ain't pushing the buggy in Walmart. It's pulling you. It's a spirit. It's a spirit. And what you do is let me tell you, let me just spend just a quick minute. You know, this spirit, this shopaholic and that spirit that you got to spend more because you're dealing with a spirit of vanity. You're dealing with this vanity to where you know you have to be something more than you really are, and you know your purchases, you know your financial purchases are basically who you are. And so you go out and you have to have the latest this, or because you don't know who you are, you gotta wear somebody's name on your behind. So you got you don't know who you are, you gotta have the name brand this. You gotta spend more than what you have. Let me tell you what that spills over to. That spills over to you're the person that always, pay it. You always going past the grace period. You'll never pay your bills on time. And what it does, let me tell you something, you get taxed. Part of your inheritance starts to be seeped out because guess what? Your credit score, because you don't pay your bills on time, now your credit score, so now your inheritance is being robbed. Come on. Relationship and love addictions. Every 6 months. Some people are on a cycle. It's either every 6 months or every year. It's like, the oil change. It's like the oil change. You got to have a new girl. You got to have a new boyfriend. And because you slept with so many people that now there are soul ties that you have to now get broken off of you. There's a spirit of loneliness. And because you can't deal with any quiet time with God, so you have to go out and fill it. You got to go out and fill it with the wrong relationship. Robbing you from your inheritance, your belly. Makes a promise that the next guy is going to be better. The next guy going to make me happy. The next girl going to make me happy. Belly makes a promise. promises more. It's going to give you more than what Christ promises you. Got two more. Got this vanity addiction. Vanity. We talked about it a little bit. Victor talked about it a little bit. You know, do you know that there are people that, you know, their God is their body? Their God is their body, and so, you know, they've gone past the place of just regular working out, you know. But now it's gotten to a place where now, you know, because their God is their body, you know, there's some people that take it to the place where, you know, now they're taking enhancing drugs, steroids, and all different types of, you know, and all to fill a void. All to fill a void. I talk about this all the time. You got many professional athletes. They've been gods ever since they were in junior high school. Okay, they've been gods. Okay, small G. Okay, they've been worshipped ever since. You know, if somebody noticed they were a little taller than the rest of them, running a little faster than the rest of the kids. You know, and so what happens is it feeds something. It feeds something, and all that doesn't have to be there is let it be a situation where parents aren't there in the right place, and so, you know, they filled this hole with, you know, with a vainglory, with vanity of you know, they're an Adonis. I got a son named Adonis, but they're I'm talking about a god in the culture. There's many. I'll never forget when I, ain't the greatest fan of Deion Sanders, but he did kind of keep it real when he talked about, you know, just winning a Super Bowl and wanting to commit suicide because his belly made promises. You know, it promised more than the birthright. It promised more fulfillment, than Christ. But then he got to that place where another touchdown couldn't satisfy him. Another woman, a girl in the bed with him. All types of women, more than one and two and three women. That didn't satisfy him no more, and he wanted to commit suicide. We're talking about the guy that played football in Atlanta and then fly a helicopter across town to play another sport on top of the world. Vanity. The belly promised more than the birthright. Everybody stand.